mystery possibly hidden for decades. Coming up on 8 at 7, the efforts to see if a Tampa Bay high school is built on an unmarked cemetery. Plus, we're hearing from the woman who says a Bay Area haunted house turned out to be a real-life nightmare. The news starts in 1 minute.
Right now on News Channel 8 at 7.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Lee. Thank you for joining us tonight. One of the Bay Area's most popular Halloween attractions under fire tonight. Screamageddon in Dade City is now under investigation after a woman claims she was grabbed and groped in a haunted house. 8 on your side's Melanie Michael is in Dade City with the story.
Jen, good evening to you. A Tampa woman says she felt helpless when this night allegedly took place. I want to show you what Screamageddon looks like. We are right across the street here in Dade City. This young woman says she was allegedly attacked in a haunted house on this property. And tonight, the Pasco Sheriff's Office is investigating. 22-year-old Lauren Klink sat down with 8 on your side to share her story. She says she's still in shock and hasn't fully processed what happened the night she attended Screamageddon. She claims an employee sexually battered her while she was in a haunted house, grabbing her private parts.
You're not thinking about what's going to happen next. You don't think about the what ifs. You think, right now, how do I get out of the situation right now? Say no, get out.
Lauren filed a police report with the Pasco Sheriff's Office the next morning. She says detectives have been supportive throughout the process. Then when she shared her story on Facebook, it went viral. Lauren tells 8 on your side she has received messages from 11 other women claiming similar circumstances at Screamageddon.
And the management at Screamageddon knows what happened. And I trusted them, and I thought that they were going to help me and that they were actually going to fire the guy.
So, Jen, the big question now, where does this case stand tonight? Well, right now, organizers at Screamageddon tell us they are cooperating fully with the investigation. Meanwhile, no charges have been filed, and the state attorney officially has the case. I'm Melanie Michael, 8 on your side.
This is the statement released by organizers saying, in part, Screamageddon continues to fully cooperate with the Sheriff's Office on this investigation. We take these matters very seriously. Our organization does thorough background checks on every employee. The safety and security of our guests is paramount and always a priority. Deputies in Hillsborough County need help identifying 3 home invasion suspects who were caught on video. It happened last Friday at a home on Town and Country Boulevard. Take a look. The suspects, one of them armed, forced their way into the home and put one of the victims in a headlock and demanded they hand over money and jewelry. Excuse me. Deputies say the trio got about $1,000 in cash, multiple pieces of jewelry, and the victim's cell phones. A stabbing sent one man to the hospital and put a Tampa school on lockdown. It happened along the 8300 block of 15th Street. Police tell us one man pulled out a knife and stabbed another man. The suspect walked away, but witnesses pointed him out. Neighbors told 8 on your side many people came together to make sure this guy didn't get away.
He ended up letting the knives go. My dad took them from him.
Wow.
And we told him to come cool off in our yard, and then he proceeded to try to jump our fence to get away.
The victim is expected to survive. Sulphur Springs Elementary was put on lockdown, but that was lifted pretty quickly. A man is in jail accused of murdering 2 women earlier this month. Antonio Davis went before a judge today in Polk County. He's accused of shooting and killing 23-year-old Chanel Brown and 42-year-old Latoya Owens at Owens Winter Haven home. Davis was already in jail on unrelated charges, and detectives say they thought from the beginning he may be responsible. He is now being held without bond. New information tonight. We now know the name of the 15-year-old hit and killed this morning in Manatee County. Troopers say Thomas Crumbly was hit while skateboarding on Manatee River Road. The driver that hit him is on the run, and troopers are desperate to find out who it is. 8 on your side's John Rogers has the details for us tonight.
Just before 3 o'clock in the morning, an ambulance happened to be passing by Upper Manatee River Road and Waterleaf Boulevard when it encountered an accident scene. Fearing the worst, the crew stepped out and found a gruesome sight. A 15-year-old skateboarder was mangled and dead on the side of the road, a victim of a hit and run.
Did not have any lights, did not have a helmet, and did not have a shirt on, only shorts and tennis shoes.
From the debris, troopers can tell the vehicle is a silver Toyota Tacoma, model years 2012 to 2015. FHP believes the skateboarder was attempting to cross the street when he was hit. As a result, he was violating the right-of-way. But now the driver could face felony charges.
We understand that people panic. We understand that sometimes you make the wrong decision in the heat of the moment. do the right thing now.
If you have any information, call FHP. In Manatee County, John Rogers, 8 on your side.
Are there human remains on the campus of King High School? It's something the Hillsborough County School District is trying to figure out. The district was told the old Ridgewood Cemetery was there and there could be remains of African Americans buried at the high school. Ridgewood was an old pauper cemetery dating back to the 1950s. The district has hired a geo company to come onto the property and look for signs of graves. It is a tedious yet important process that the district says they want to get right.
It's still a shame how this was erased, but I think it's important that if this is where it's at, that our district is doing everything possible not to let this be something that is erased.
It'll take a few days to complete the work, and by mid-next week, they should have some preliminary answers about whether there are, in fact, remains at King. Troubles continue for folks in Pasco County, where 76 depressions have shut down a neighborhood road. 8 on your side has learned repairing the road could cause major issues to homes on Willowbrook Court and even to Florida's aquifer. A geophysical evaluation conducted for the county indicates any remediation efforts could have adverse effects on the cave system the homes are built on.
If you could ask the county anything about what's going on, what would you want to know from them?
I would just want to know what is going to happen with these homes. Like, are we safe?
A county spokesperson says no decisions about what to do have been made yet. They hope to provide more information to us later this week. A Kansas City family is thanking a Tampa Bay Uber driver for helping them out. Earlier this month, Belinda, a local Uber driver, picked up new mom Nikki Ihus from Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. Last year, Nikki came from Kansas City to have her baby after learning the little boy suffered from a rare lung condition. When Belinda learned why Nikki was in town, she took her to a children's clothing store and bought new supplies for the baby.
I try to always be kind to everyone. I listen. I believe everyone gets in my car for a reason.
To hear more about Belinda and Nikki and their unexpected shopping trip, visit our WFLA app. Thank you for your service was not enough for one group of Pinellas County volunteers. Today they gathered at a Clearwater Veterans Home for an exterior makeover of the house. 8 on your side's Chip Osowski was there for the heartwarming transformation.
Anthony Polvinelli thought a couple of people would be coming by this morning to help him remove some bushes in his backyard. He never dreamed an army of volunteers would show up to transform his home.
The home got a fresh coat of paint and quite a bit of new landscaping.
I walked out this morning and I immediately had to go inside and get a bite to eat and take my medicine because I just couldn't. It was overwhelming.
More than 75 volunteers with Home Depot's Team Depot and the Abilities Foundation converged on the home. In the backyard, a new play set for Anthony's young son. Some assembly required.
Did you pre-drill that one?
No, I don't know what happened to the drill bit.
These volunteers say this is rewarding work.
Love helping people, love seeing the smiles on their faces. They appreciate it, and I appreciate helping them.
Since 2011, volunteers with the Home Depot Foundation have transformed more than 45,000 veterans' homes nationwide. In Clearwater, I'm Chip Osowski, 8 on your side.
Chief Meteorologist Steve Jervey joins us right now. If we could just freeze a day like this in time, I would be perfectly happy with that. It was awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it this one day because tomorrow won't be like this.
Game changer.
Yeah, but eventually we'll cool down.
Good.
I don't have a day for you yet, though. Stand by. Let's take a look and see what's happening in the forecast. Clear skies and mild. Feels like fall, as Jen had mentioned. Lower humidity. That front really did have an impact on the area, especially early in the day. And this evening is already nice. Temperatures in the mid-70s in many locations. To start the day, 70 in Tampa, 68 degrees Lakeland. Still feels a little bit cool, and that'll be nice. Overall, though, it looks like our temperatures will continue to warm and our humidity come back. Tonight for the hockey forecast, fantastic. Outside Amalie Arena, 79 degrees at 8. Comfortable and dry. Nothing on max defender rate. A few showers farther down to the south, closer to the front, where the moisture levels are a bit higher, but we're not expecting rain this evening. We'll have more on that forecast and that returning humidity coming up.
Still ahead.
I'm Stacy DeSilva in Polk County, where today was checkup day for the Lake Morton Swans. Coming up, find out how Lakeland's iconic swans are doing.
Manatee County is cracking down on panhandling, but it's not just for people who are begging for money. I'm Evan Donovan. Coming up, I will tell you why anyone who crossing the street needs to know this ordinance.